Hey, what's happening, guys? I thought today we'd look at something that I really haven't messed around with too much in a couple of months. This is the Micro BitX40. This is a 40 meter. That's the 7.0 to 7.3 megahertz high frequency ham radio transceiver. Now, this kit, I did a live stream of it a couple months ago where I covered the assembly of it. And it is really quite simple. I mean, there's the board. There's the output transformer. Let's see if I can get you in here. You see that red light down in there? That's an Arduino Nano. That's the brains of the operation. There's some filtering. You can see the filtering down there. Tuning pot, volume, power switch. It is all relatively simple. So I don't have it hooked to an antenna at the moment. But if I grab the mic from my other high frequency rig, can't talk, we should be able to hear something from the speaker. Hello, YouTube. This is the BitX40 receiving. Now, I don't know how well you can tell, but it does sound a little bit different. So if we tune up here, whoa, too far. Okay, I'm transmitting on 7.2 megahertz, and you can see in order to get a clean signal, we're up here on 7.2009, and there's a way to adjust that, but we don't need to do it here. In fact, I'm not going to make you listen to that anymore, because that's really not the point of this video. The point of this video is, I have the Micro BitX working now. We still have some cosmetic things to do to the case. This is just still in the preliminary stages. But the one thing you don't see anywhere on here is a microphone. So we need to get a microphone going here. And to do that, we need to connect it in two places. We need to connect it right here to this connector, right behind that brown wire, that little 2-pin connector right there. Let me zoom in. Whoa. Hello, zoom. And if you can read that, what it says there, it says PTT. That's our push to talk switch. And then we also need to connect the microphone elements itself back here on that jack. Now, it comes with, they want you to use like a plain old tack switch and also a little condenser microphone element they supply with the kit, but we're not going to do that. We're going to take a microphone and wire it up and make it work. So this is the old style 4-pin DIN connector used by the older Kenwood radios. And yeah, I think 10-Tech used them too. So 4 wires. We should have 2 push-to-talk wires and 2 microphone wires. All we need to do is figure out which ones go to where. And, yeah, we should be able to hook it up. Alright, I got the connector off, and imagine my surprise when I found not 4 wires, but 2, 4, 6, actually 8 wires in here. I was not expecting that. Now this unshielded conductor was wrapped around the white, kind of in a coax configuration. So let's keep that in mind as we move on. And we'll have to have a look inside here to see what the goings on are. Come on. Everybody out of the pool. Okay, well that makes things easy. The red and the black are the microphone wires. All we need to know are the PTT wires. Okay, look at that. It's an Ethernet type connection. Wow. That's pretty cool. I had no idea that that was hiding in there. All right, so mic plus is red, mic negative is black. We still need to figure out our PTT wires, but that should not be too difficult. Boy, this is going to make this a lot easier. I thought we were going to have to trace all these out. Nice, very nice. Actually, I haven't been on the HF radio in a while. If you guys followed my sad story with the 10-Tech and what happened when I attempted to ship it, you'll know why. Was somewhat disappointed when the post office felt it necessary to absolutely destroy my package and then completely deny the insurance that I paid for. That was nice of them. Okay. Now this red wire back here, you see, grounds out the mic case here. So when you lock, it'll lock the mic. It's not at all necessary for us, for our purposes today. So it can go away. Wow, there's actually a lot more to that mic than I thought. Interesting. So we still need to find out our PTT wires. If we follow that trace down here, we can pretty much see where they're going. But the easiest way, I think, is just going to be to trace them. So we'll plug in the mic, and if I look at this, it's coming down here through here. Looks like it's going in there. I don't know. Might be one of the red wires. We'll figure it out. I'll be back. Okay, so I've done a little bit of tracing, and I found out that the red and green pair are the push to talk. Now, we're simply going to rewire the microphone to the orange and yellow pair, which means white, I just cut the goddamn green. Unbelievable. White, black, brown are not necessary. I don't believe I did that. Well, now that I did it, I've got to fix it. So, give me a second. Okay, so we just work with some shorter pieces of wire. That's all right. No big deal. We'll strip these. Now, the reason I chose the orange and yellow... Okay, I'm like, did I just cut all the way through that? That would have made me cry. The reason I chose the orange and yellow is because they're all the way on another side. So now these are those pain in the butt wires that have strings in them, but I should be able to tin them okay. All right, you don't want to watch this part. tinned up just fine. That wire or that string burns out of there relatively easy. One thing that we've always got to be on the lookout for, look at the red wire. We got a George Michael there, a careless whisker. So we don't want him shorting out against anybody else. So we'll make sure we got that out of the way. Now, I'll get rid of that string later. Okay. There's a lot of circuitry on this mic. We're going to bypass most of it. Shouldn't be a problem. Okay, just to verify that none of that active circuitry is going to interfere with our push-to-talk, I've wired this up for continuity, and you can hear that. So our push-to-talk is fine. Next, we just need to mark the orange and the yellow wires. The yellow is the outside, and that's what we're going to do with our microphone connectors. We're going to connect them directly to there. Okay, next up we tin some wires. Why do we tin some wires? Because solder flows where solder has been, so it's always best to tin. So that's where we'll start. Tin these bad boys up here. I don't know how bad they actually are, but, you know, never hurts to boost their ego a little bit. Alright, so we've got those tin. Now we're going to solder them, right? Hey, not so fast, Skippy. We always forget to shrink wrap. So before you even think about getting to the point where we're going to solder our wires, slip some shrink wrap over the wires. Because if you don't, you'll forget. I've done it myself many times. There we go. So now we've got our wires shrink wrapped. And all we need to do is reflow them together and we should be fine. We're not. Because those skinny little wires don't want to play nice. How about now? Now do you want to play nice? Okay, good. There we go. Of course, now that I think about it, that may not have been the end I tinned. Really wasn't paying that close of attention. Okay, here we go. So we got our shrink wrap, heat shrink, whatever you want to call it. And hold on, I need to shrink that, don't I? Save you the earache. Our wires are heat shrinked. Now we have yellow-orange on the outside. Just try and remember for me that yellow is going to be our positive wire. Remember that, yellow, positive. Stay in frame. So we will tin up our pad here, because as you know, that is most probably lead free on there. There we go. Oh, look at that mess. One moment. Nothing the old shake and bang can't fix, right? Alright, next up, We just need to tin these wires. And since we're soldering them to teeny tiny posts, that's about all we need. Yellow. Yellow is a positive color, remember that. Okay, that should be good. Then we'll tin up the black wire. And I'll trim it. Keller. I said that in my hillbilly accent. Somebody called me a hillbilly in one of their comments. I guess this is the outskirts of Appalachia. But, I never really thought of myself as a hillbilly. Maybe I am. And if I am, so what? Okay. Our soldering is done. Now we just need to reconnect and re-put everything back in the case. You probably don't want to watch that. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Okay, the microphone's all back together. All we need to do is wire up this abomination. Shouldn't be too hard. The Micro BitX kit came with plenty of connectors. Let me clean up the bench a little bit and we'll hop up right on that. Alright, well, I got everything together here. And the only thing I don't have is a rubber grommeter. What we used to call in the Navy an asshole. I don't have an asshole for that hole, so I'm going to have to be very careful for right now to feed all these connectors in here. And I'll order some grommets. Now, my other concern is that those wires are long enough, and hey, we're going to find that out together real quick here. Why can I not grab this one wire? There we go. I think we'll be okay. Bring those through here. Come on, buddy. Just a little bit of coaxing, right? The delicate part. Okay, so microphone goes back here, and that is yellow and orange. So we'll see if we can get those guys plugged in. Shouldn't be too hard. Famous last words, right? Shouldn't be any problem at all. Oh, that did not sound good. Okay, and then the PTT switches, they go up here. Yeah, I didn't have, or I have them somewhere. I can't find those connectors, so just put DuPonts on. Red and green. Hey, that went easier than expected. Now all we have to do is put the cover back on the radio. And we should be ready. I will do something about the strain relief for this later, but for now it should be okay. Alright, let's see where we're at. Just looking for something to prop that up so you guys can see what's going on there. Turn on the old radio. And we'll tune her up. Oh, nope. Not in my range. This thing is a little touchy to tune, but that's okay. Okay, there we go. If we key the mic, let's find out if we're transmitting. Are we transmitting? Yes, we are. Excellent. So it looks like it works. And the micro BitX40 is another step closer toward being a complete working radio. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little video on the BitX40. I know it's been a while since I've done one, and we'll do another one soon. I've got a couple more things that we need to add to this, like this function switch here, but that will be coming up in the future. In the meantime, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, give me a thumbs up. Feel free to comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe. That's it. I'm out. Peace.